I think that is a real pride of Alpha IVF in terms of this whole proprietary system. So thank you, Dato, for the explanation on that. So apart and beyond the expertise and also the laboratories or technologies, financial or investment wise, what are the key indicators that Alpha IVF or Dato as the founder yourself look in terms of measuring whether a particular investment is a successful one or an innovation and things like that?
Well, I think before we go into the financial aspects, one has to be cognizant of what we are here for. So the fertility doctor, the fertility team, the fertility center, what are you there for? You're not there to make money to start off with. You are there in order to provide what a couple wants. And when a couple comes to a fertility center, when a couple comes to a fertility doctor, they want a baby. So this is what we must give them. So in order to be successful as a center, or if you want to call it as a business, you must provide what the customer wants. So the higher the pregnancy rate, the higher likely that patients will come back to you or that they will recommend others. And then that's where you can then charge them for what you can give them. And this is where the business follows. So we must get our priority rights. Give the customer what they want, give the patient what they want, patients first. The business will follow. So in our ethos, we try to see how best to serve the patients. And in that respect, we put a lot of emphasis on innovation, a lot of emphasis on comparisons and studies in R&D, publications, and also in training of our respective care providers like the doctors, the embryologists, the geneticists, the nurses, the counselors, and so on. So this is what we do, and sometimes we also have to invest in what we call loss leaders. Example, there could be a technology, a particular equipment or facility that in normal business sense is not going to bring back returns of investment, but we still buy it. Why? Because this particular equipment may help that very small percentage of patients where how much can we charge a patient? We can't charge a lot. So we don't have enough patients to give us the return of investment. We still pay for it. We still buy. Why? Because we want to help even those small fraction of patients that would not be able to get pregnant if not for the help of this particular equipment. So we look at not just about every equipment in terms of ROI, as if they don't give us a ROI, then we don't invest, then we don't buy. We don't look at it this way. We always look at how we can help the patients. But in the overall scheme of things, when we have a very comprehensive armamentarium of facilities, equipment, and so on, then we would be able to provide and optimize, even maximize each couple's potential of becoming pregnant and having a successful delivery of a healthy, normal baby.
Not just looking at business in terms of making money as well, but also helping patients and people getting pregnant is ultimately what we do. So, Dato, in terms of the leadership of Alpha IVF, of moving forward, expansion, and expanding a lot regionally as well, as a fertility center or a healthcare group, what sort of influence or investor appeal that Alpha IVF actually brings across to the region?
When we open up a new center, we look at certain elements. We know the industry well. We also know the demographics of countries, in our neighboring countries in Southeast Asia. And so when we choose where to expand, given that everyone has got limited resources, we will then look at the demand. We also look at the existing players there, and then we also look at the potential margins that we could get. And when we factor all this in, then we decide which country or which city to open our next IVF center.
All right. So thank you for that. How about now that also, we have opened up to different countries as well in Southeast Asia. In terms of medical tourism, so Malaysia has also become a destination for fertility. How is Alpha IVF positioning itself to capture this growing market internationally?
Patients like to come to Malaysia for IVF for a few reasons. One is that Malaysia has become well known for its high pregnancy rates. And secondly, for its technology, including pre-implantation genetic testing. And Malaysia also has a good a range of fertility treatment options. So when you combine all this together, plus the convenience of direct flights by airlines such as AIG, MAS, and other regional airlines, it makes it conducive and attractive for neighboring countries' patients to want to come here for IVF. And before patients come to Malaysia, they would also have done their research as to which centers are likely to meet their demand. In fact, a very common mechanism is this, that a patient from a neighboring country, they wouldn't even start by saying, I want to go to Malaysia for IVF.
Oh.
They will start by saying, I want to have a child, I want to have an IVF. Oh, my cousin, my auntie had an IVF baby through Alpha. They had an IVF baby through Dr. Ng of Genesis IVF, which is part of the Alpha Group in Penang. So this is usually how it starts. They also, now more and more, also go into Google, ChatGPT, and then they start to inquire. And whether it's through word of mouth from a successful relative or friend or colleague, or through a social media, many of them will end up coming to the doors of Alpha or its subsidiary in Penang, which is Genesis.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, Dato. So I think we have mentioned quite intensively as well about Alpha IVF as a group. And yes, we have centers in Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, and also a sales rep office in China. So finally, what message would you like to share with those watching Alpha IVF Group's journey that has been with us as well, has been wanting to know what is the progress and all that?
Alpha started as a small clinic, small, but we had the best and the most advanced equipment worldwide in that little clinic of 7,000 square feet. With the innovations and the numerous firsts in the region and also several firsts in the world, it then grew. And we also think about sustainability, we think about expansion, we think about wanting to pass on and to expand these very effective high pregnancy services to as many people as possible. We feel sorry for people who go to an IVF center where the chance of a success is only 20, 30 or 35%. So we know we have facilities that give them 50, 60, 70, 80, even 85%. So we thought it is only responsible for us to expand our services. And we see that with this effective technology and high pregnancy rates, that it assists us greatly in being able to expand. And we see that going forward, that we will be the biggest player in Southeast Asia, which is the fastest growing IVF market. So this is something that we envision is likely to happen in the coming 5 years, 8 years. And we are glad that we can play such a role to benefit so many more people in the Southeast Asia.
Right. Thank you, Dato. Yes, indeed. So stay tuned as well to Alpha IVF Group's channel. And today, I think Dato has given, from Dato himself, the founder, the group managing director of Alpha IVF Group, has shared on how it all started, the vision of Alpha IVF, and also as a group, the expansion is moving rapidly. So do stay tuned for more to come. Thank you for joining us today on the Alpha IVF Group podcast. We hope you have enjoyed our conversation and have gained valuable insights. Stay tuned to our next episode where we continue exploring on the future of fertility. Don't forget to follow us on our LinkedIn, Alias Alpha IVF Group, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Alpha IVF Group, for more updates, inspiring stories, and expert sharings. Till then, take care and stay curious.